Hello and welcome. My name is Ashley. Today's book reviews are going to be on books 11 and 12 of the Henchmen MC series by Jessica Gadziala. That is Edison and Sugar. These books and all the series, the Scar series, a lot of books by Jessica Gadziala are on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have that, check it out. And if you want to know how to get these books but you don't have Kindle Unlimited, I put Jessica's link, the very first link, in my description. So check out that and that way you know how to get these books. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know where to start this series, that's Rain. I've done reviews of all of the books, and if you go to the Jessica Gadziala playlist, you'll start with Rain and Cash. And then in the parentheses, it says books 1 and 2 or 2 and 3, and so you know how to go through them. When I started reading Edison, I thought it was going to be similar to Wolf, mainly because he has this deep, growly voice. You don't know much about him, but you get this idea that he's very dangerous. In his book, he's going to meet this woman named Lenny. They're going to meet at the gym that Lo, Cash, and Janie own. And basically what intrigues him about her is that she seems like she's preparing for something. You can't tell whether it's to protect herself or to hurt somebody, but clearly something's going on there. Edison's going to offer to teach her pressure points that he learned in Russia. Apparently this is a class that he's supposed to have been setting up but never did, and so she'll be his first student basically. This book is going to mainly evolve around Lenny, and I thought it was really refreshing that the female was the star of the book and the guy was the sidekick. Not because I have any issue with it being like Cyrus when they both play equal parts, but in this series, because it's 12 books long, this just kind of shook it up a little bit, and I liked that. When you read Lenny's story, what she's going through and what motivates her, if you're anything like me, you're gonna cry ugly, ugly tears. And really, I loved that Jessica showed that different emotion, because in general, I get really angry when I read some of Jessica's books. And then there are those precious moments and things like that. But only a couple of times did I really cry. One of them was in Wolf's book with Janie's story, and then in this book with Lenny's story. So I thought it was fantastically written. I had no problems with it, thought it was great. From Edison, we go to the last book of the series, at least for right now, and that is Sugar. And for me personally, I think that's a great place to at least pause this series, because Peyton has this larger-than-life personality, huge, fantastic, over-the-top personality. And so I'm definitely going to be looking forward to any books that come, but at least we didn't end on a book that was really sad or very emotional. I thought that this was a very fitting place to pause. There was only one issue I had with this storyline, and truthfully, I think it's the only issue I've had with the storylines this entire series. I'm going to tell you about it, and you can let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. And that is that there's a moment in this book when Sugar is asking for Peyton's phone number, and Peyton's putting it in his phone, where there's a big deal made out of the fact he has no contacts. He talks about how when you do something illegal, you don't store the numbers in your phone, so he's memorized all the henchmen's phone numbers and even some close fast food places. That is only a big deal to me because much later in the book, there's a moment when there's trouble, and it specifically says that Sugar scrolled through his contacts. And I'm like, now how did he do that when he only has one contact? It doesn't change the outcome of the book, and it doesn't change the fact that the book is very good. It just seems like an odd thing to overlook if you're going to take the time to write probably 2 pages, 3 pages about him not having any contacts. That little hiccup aside doesn't change the fact that I really loved this book. For anyone who's watched all of these reviews or read all of these books, you're going to know what I'm talking about when I say that Sugar connects the most books in the series, in my opinion. Peyton is going to work with Reese, the woman who's with Cyrus, and so that'll connect Sugar and Cyrus. And then she'll be the younger sister of Autumn, who's with Eli, and so that'll connect her to Eli. And then she'll go to dinner and actually bring Sugar to dinner with Helen and Charlie. All of the Malik brothers will be there, and then on top of that, Scotty and all of her brothers will be there, so you'll get to see all of them again. That was probably one of my favorite things about it, though I personally think that Peyton is probably one of the funniest people in this series. I do think it's important, though, to read Eli before Sugar, because since a lot of the home life and history was discussed in Eli, it won't be rehashed again in Peyton. You're definitely going to be okay if you don't read Eli, because you have hints about what they went through, especially when her and Autumn talk. but I think it gives you a more well-rounded view of everything if you've already read Eli. Overall, the entire series I thought was great, and it was my very first Motorcycle Club series. If you like this review, go ahead and like it. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. And if you want my reviews every week, subscribe. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you again soon.